Waste no time. Let's get into it. Right now. Alright, so should be heading to the dining hall right about now. Yep. Area? Certainly. Let's see what's happening right first.
Hey, Makoto.
Yes, me.
Yeah.
So it's you guys are thinking the same thing. When stuff like that happens, I never know how to say what I'm thinking.
You got
so
it.
I'm really glad you said it for me. Thank you. You are wrong.
Yeah.
Totally normal for when it comes. When the time comes, it's not your special power.
Cause, I mean...
Stuff comes to the tank, you always do something about it. So we were talking about the class trials and stuff? Stuff is just kind of took care of itself, you know? What we did. Power and Sakura's and everyone else, sure, we'll get out of here. Think you're right. I am alright? Oh, alright. Fighting spirits, go get some grub. We'll go this long, we'll keep moving forward until we reach our goal.
What do you want?
Dang, okay.
That's enough.
I should have learned some information for sure.
What? Goodbye.
Yeah, it shouldn't have expected any less. Shouldn't have expected any less from Byakuya. Oh, Toko's. Oh. I think I was her. Who are you staring at? Oh no.
What's your
Think your
problem?
eyes will rot just by looking at me? And don't look at me!
What?
She always does this. I was just surprised to see what the breakfast meeting is all. It's been quite a while since you joined us. When did you change your mind? After said he likes to grow. So I have some meat on her bones, so... I'm gonna start to force it down into my stomach. I'm gonna eat till I drop. I refuse to lose. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Oh yeah, it looks like Kyoko is so
You know? You know?
Not even trying to hide it anymore. Sure isn't. I know I said she wanted to show some background, but she didn't need to show it that much.
Just a
Dirty
second.
Makoto, dirty president, dirty of Dirtlandia.
Just
You're
the
the type who takes
worst.
the stairs of love 3 steps at a time, aren't you? Telling me it's not like that. Shut up already, you know? You've been running your filthy mouth like that all morning. Filthy? Don't make me repeat myself. I'm not filthy. No use denying it. No use denying it. We can all see how disgusting you are.
Huh?
Shut up. What's the body of yours? I don't think how you go out for your illicit club meetings. I can't deal with dirty stuff like that. Your midnight sex track Oh, sextracurricular. Oh, okay, cool. What in the world? Activities only put us in even more danger. Stop it.
Please.
You'd like me to stop, wouldn't you? Dirty hands gripping your big, fat, chalk tight. Going for all the extra credit. What in the what? Toko, stop. Your screams are like the screech of a violated blackboard. And it's amazing. Indecent ideas are coming to me one after another. Would you rather have the black eye on your left or right? sorry. Please, Toko.
Hey, come on.
Move on. Going from all your guilty frustration.
You know?
Yoko needs to make up already, you know? Yeah, I know. Of course, I want things to get better as soon as possible with everything that's going on. I haven't had a chance to talk to her about what I saw. Before anything, I need to talk to Sakura about it. But how? I can't get her alone. You make some time later, I was hoping to talk to you. Now that Kyoko's dumping Makoto's trying to win Sakura's out? Are you in the heat, Makoto? Don't care who they are as long as they got the right equipment. Watch out, Sakura. Makoto's transforming into a wild beast. Prime Minister, wild beast of Beastopia. Why is this happening to me? I'll talk wait till tomorrow. I have to get some rest today. For some reason, I've been worn down these last few days. Are you sick? Did you get hurt? No, nothing serious. Just had some minor aches and pains. Sad. Because of that battle. But it must be pretty bad if you have to get rest. Are you sure you're okay? Sure, a protein shake and some sleep won't get me back on my feet.
You
True,
got it.
protein is good for all kinds of stuff.
Hey.
You guys like worship protein like a god or something. Well, I don't
Okay.
know what you want to talk to Sakura about, but save it till tomorrow. She's in pain. Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry.
You know?
Let's eat. I'm nervous.
Huh?
But I don't eat
What's
meat
your
for
problem?
This is I was a kid. I eat by myself.
What the heck?
Well, yeah, I was eating with my dad, my mom, and my mom. You got two moms. That's just how things were. It's like a serious issue. So you gotta ask for trouble getting involved with her more than you have to. I get you speaking to me with that disgusting mouth of yours. Stop saying stuff like that. Anyway, let me go ahead and eat. If I don't, Kyoko will never show up. Pretty miserable situation, man. Sure is, isn't it? I've done breakfast as fast as I can and immediately headed back to my room. So now's when the free time starts. Honestly, there's not a lot of the cast still left. I don't even really feel like interacting much. Because minus me, there's 6. So there's Byakuya, who I don't really care to talk to. There's Toko, who I've already talked to and can't really find the person to get her. There's Hina, who I've already talked to. And there's Sakura, who I've already talked to. I've already talked to Kyoko, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't even want to talk to me right now. So I think I'm just gonna actually just skip past most of this. Let's just get to the experience of it. Alright. I'm pretty sure people are gonna tell me I'm gonna be playing the game wrong. No, let's not go somewhere.
Attention! Please gather in the gym as soon as you possibly can.
Oh.
Quickly.
Oh. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't have time to wait. I just want to go. Honestly, with what I got, I think I should be pretty much already stacked enough for what I gotta do for the rest of this game, honestly. I can handle it. I think the last one, everyone else is already inside. I have a bad feeling about this. More than just a feeling, probably Monokuma did call us all together after all. Sakura?
Well
But,
then,
something happens to me, you know.
I'm sorry. So then,
Would ever believe in someone who doesn't believe in themselves. Oh, she's acting way too strange. Everyone must have heard the announcement, and once we were all gathered in the gym, it began. Here we go again. Here he comes, and he's here. Alright, what do you got for us? Okay, let's get the show on the road. About to give us the next one presentation, aren't you? Guys all together present another motive, right? Is he right? We have to do this again? No, not again. I can't take it anymore. I'm impressed by your level of dismay. You finally see just how low on the totem pole of life you really are. No. That's not it at all. We're not here to talk about motive.
Yay! I'm feeling
I gathered you all here so that I can get rid of my grudge. Your grudge? We have a grudge against you, of course, but I don't recall you ever having a grudge against us. I told you yesterday, didn't I? An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Stop being around the bushes, tell us what you're talking about. Well, Byakuya, you already told everyone how one of you might be working as a spy for me, right? Yeah,
Come
so what
on.
about it? Okay,
In
I got to
other
tell you
words-
about that spy. Oh, he's just gonna... No. So guess what?
Hey,
The spy is actually Sakura Ogami. Oh, why? I mean, we kind of already knew that from, like, the last section in the beginning, but why? No. Said it so openly, made it sound like it wasn't that big of a deal. Even though he just revealed a huge secret. What did you just say? He said the spy is Sakura. What are you talking about? There's no way Sakura's a spy. Right, Sakura? Sakura? And I might just make Sakura fulfill the promise she made sometime soon. And if she doesn't, I can't be responsible for what might happen to that hostage of mine. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. What you guys choose to do with that information is up to you. Whatever.
I can't wait! I can't...
Just like that, he was gone. Finally understood what he had been talking about. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. In other words, betrayal would be met with betrayal.
Huh?
What does this mean?
Heck?
Is this true? Has Ogre really been spying on us for the mastermind? I'm saying there's no way. That is what the stuffed animal said, right? He's wrong. There's just no way. Sakura, if he's wrong, all you have to do is tell us.
I'm
Sorry I
sorry.
didn't tell you earlier. What? And you've been serious for serious? Ogre's been working for the mastermind?
I'm sorry.
Been lying to us all this time? It's not true. Sakura's probably being controlled. There's gotta be some reason. She didn't have a choice, she was just forced to do it. I'm sure he was right. Mastermind probably threatened her somehow, and Sakura had no choice but to do what she was told. You're talking like you know that for a fact. But I do know it for a fact. Because I saw it. I saw Sakura and Monokuma fighting, and that's where I heard it. You mentioned the hostage a second ago, right? And during that fight, I heard Sakura say she decided to fight against the mastermind.
I see.
Saw all that? The mastermind took a hostage, so you were forced to swear loyalty to them, right? And in the end, you made up your mind to betray the mastermind. What? Sakura isn't our enemy. She's a friend who you can trust without question. Is that it? Ridiculous. Do you live in some sort of alternate reality fairy tale? She was the mastermind's tool. You absolutely cannot trust someone like that. He's right. You can't just believe every word she says now. How can we even be sure she really did betray the mastermind? Maybe this is a double bluff. She's still doing exactly what the mastermind wants. Sakura would never do that. Okay then, Sakura. You really have cut ties with the mastermind. Tell us who they really are. Well,
I'm sorry.
even I don't know that. You don't know. That just makes you all the more suspicious. She's telling the truth. You have to believe her. Shut
Don't
up.
make me
Now
repeat
you can finish
myself.
questioning her. Next question.
Come on.
What's this about a promise? What did the mastermind order you to do? I was told to kill one of my friends. Suddenly felt like the temperature in the room had dropped 20 degrees. Wait up those words. I see. So even now you've taken aim on our lives. You're wrong in telling you Sakura would never do that. You don't have to yell. We can hear you just fine. Did you have an inside voice?
That's terrible!
Because you're not listening to me. Please stop. You don't need to defend me anymore. I can take full responsibility for this. How do you intend to do that? By destroying the mastermind. What? I'm going to challenge them. Even if it means we both go down, I will defeat them. That is how I'm going to take responsibility. What do you mean? You both go down. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about this. What? I didn't know what to do. I went back and forth about confiding in you again and again.
Well,
But I was scared. I thought if I told you, you might think less of me. Sakura.
I'm sorry.
Sakura turned away from us and left the gym, and then... the nighttime announcement.
That's that. Soon the doors to the... Okay then.
It's nighttime, shall I go to bed?
No way!
Sakura is.
Don't make me
If
repeat
she's our
myself.
enemy, there's nothing more to discuss.
That's
She's not our
terrible.
enemy.
Why?
What is it you think you understand? You didn't even know who she really was.
What is this?
Calm
Let
down.
it go for now, Hina. Talking about it isn't going to help anything. But
Why?
we will
Anyway.
cool down and we can continue this discussion tomorrow. It was the worst. The mood at the end of the night was just the worst. Being in such an awful mood, honestly glad the day was over. Sakura is the spy. She's the traitor. Yakuya said Sakura is the enemy, but he's wrong. She's not my enemy, she's my friend without a doubt. But what can I do? What can I do to make everyone believe in Sakura? How? Ugh. As long as you're human, there will always come to the point where you wish you could do things differently. Being a baseball player in the major leagues, being a soccer player touring Europe, even a famous singer who started a career as a backup dancer on a sketch comedy show. She makes a brilliant debut instead of going for more. She marries some third-rate actor and retires. Every human has regrets. That's things they'd like to go back and change.
But I don't, because I'm a bear.
Regrets.
Good morning. Get ready.
Let me see if she really just still not talking to me. Yep, good morning. And yep, still morning. Yep. What do you mean? Really, it's so worried about you. What a dullard. Oh, Yakuya? What are you doing here? You're taking refuge here. Refuge? I'm not that ignorance. We have to protect ourselves against the Mastermind's tool. Mastermind's... Are you talking about Sakura? That's when I finally noticed. Knowing when I wasn't really down in how it was Sakura. Where is Sakura? All I knew if she were here, I wouldn't be. And the reason I went out of my way to join the rest is as a safeguard against that threat. Right. Why do you hate her so much? Is it obvious? Because this makes things unfair. Fair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for a mastermind upsets that balance. It's a stupid reason. What, stupid?
What did you
This
say?
is a life or death game, is it not? It is stupid.
terrible.
You're a stupid idiot.
Hey,
Before you get too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the mastermind reveal that Sakura was the spy to us?
What the
You're
heck?
getting revenge on her, right? Like Monokuma said, an eye for an eye. That may be
However-
part of it, but it's not the whole picture. Revealing the fact that it was also meant to serve as the next motive the mastermind wanted to give us. The chaos and confusion born from suspicion, the hatred.
in other words,
This right here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the mastermind laid for us. Knowing that, will you stand there and argue like children?
But
It's not what I'm trying to do. It's just... I mean, how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again? If she really can't beat the mastermind like she said, that'd go a long way in my mind.
what are you saying?
You really asked her to do something so dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her? It doesn't matter. What? If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the mastermind to control. I have no problem with that. Hold on, Byakuya. In fact, if she did die, that would solve this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest.
What the hell?
You disgust me. You're a monster. To say something like that, it should have been you. You should have been the
Oh.
one to die.
I should have died? Interesting. Now you're planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead. Try it if you dare. That's how it works here, after all. You think I can't do it? Oh, no, 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 no. Hina, don't you do it!
that's
Exactly
right.
what the mastermind wants, and it's what Sakura doesn't want. Hina, don't do it. I don't want to have to vote you out in the next class trial. I don't. Don't do it. What's wrong? You lost your nerve? I'm leaving. Be in my room. Coming with anger, Hina ran off. How dare she? She could die 1,000 deaths, no, 1,000,000. She was just another hysterical little girl. Hardly worth my attention.
Just a
What
second.
other people call having feelings, Biafia. And all you can do is mock them for it. What's wrong with that?
Hey,
Friendly word of warning. Someday that attitude is going to come back and bite you hard. I think I read that.
I don't have time to play with you.
And I will happily allude it to tense. So, you know, how about we eat? Maybe now's not a good time.
You know?
Hero. At the dining hall, we head about our rooms one by one. What should I do today? What should I do? I don't want no parts. Listen, tensions is high. I'ma be over here in the back. I'm gonna be over here in the back. I don't want no parts. I do not want no parts. I'ma just be chilling right here in the back. Nighttime announcement, time to sleep.
Outside soon. Okay then.
Yeah, nobody cares. What's some crap in the board? After the climb out became short, the tech support lady refused to drop the issue. Once the ship idea was dead, she came back suggesting I should become a crab instead. That's why the crab is dead. How can one person love crustaceans? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Gotta make you extra special. Crab that can walk sideways and backwards. Oh, crab that can walk sideways? You mean like the crab in Dark Souls 3? In that one DLC? This DLC? I don't remember. But how's that any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards. I want to go forward. I heard an annoyed sigh. On the other end of the line, she said, you just don't see the splendor. You just don't see the splendor of the crab. Haven't you heard of the tale of the crab and the monkey? Haven't you heard of the tale of the crab and the monkey? Of course I have heard of it. I know all about it, but so what? The crab beats the monkey, it's just some legend. Hardly relevant to our greed-obsessed modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but the crabs don't stand a chance. Crab doesn't stand a chance, right? What I'm saying is, crabs don't have a place in today's light-speed world. Do your market research, lady. Which is why I chose the always popular bear image.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
The second bit of the origin story, because you only gave us one bit of it. Alright, what's next?
Good.
It's 7 a.m. Rise and shine, baby. Let me do something about Sakura. To the dining hall, talk with everyone. Let me see, because there was something else here. There was some more dialogue that came before he went to sleep. Nighttime already. Tonight feels somehow uneasy. Still haven't celebrated with Sakura and I'm in a terrible mood. Just hope nothing happens tonight. I'm honestly scared of Hina. Wah! That's someone screaming. He came from the dining hall. Look, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look. Oh, no.
Hina! Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
No, she's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. What? Why? Somebody here just all of a sudden you were yelling and then... They knocked the pepper off the table, and that led to a sneeze. The giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. Look at my shaky collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire? Anyway, you totally non-adorable boys just get it out of my sight, okay? Or else... cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay, then let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro, help me. Sure thing. Looking crazy. Wee, alright. Well. Inside Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina. Why y'all still calling her Jack? Oh, Jacqueline? Her name's Genocide Joe. I'm confused. I just confused myself. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to finally regain her composure. Thank you. Sure you're feeling better? It's really just a scratch. Still, I was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know? Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. I just sound even more hostile. Yeah, what the heck happened? Oh, I just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess. That was because of Sakura?
But...
I just tried to ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just... Without thinking, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times. A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when the god hand Genocide Jack got let loose, right? It's my own fault. I couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all those terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, his eyes started welling up with tears. Just as tears were on the brink of spilling over. So his eyes burst open. I thought the door was gonna fly off its hinges when she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura, you're hurt. What happened? Nothing. It's not a big deal. Makoto, here, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It was all the demented murderer fiend's fault. Sakura, don't! You. Leave me alone. Her. What is this? What is this? Oh no. Ah! I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch. Oh, no. No! Don't!
No forgiveness!
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive
Forgive
this!
them. No. Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly. Why? Somebody save me! He nearly tripped over himself as he ran, screaming out of the nurse's office for just a second later. What's going on?
Hey.
All this noise about. Parker stood in the doorway and the nurse's office taking Hero's spot in the room.
It would seem...
Had something happen? Please, you have to stop Sakura. You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line. Right here and now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Drawing a line. Sakura? Please don't. Please don't. Wait, Sakura! Hina spring into action. Leave the nurse's office and chase after Sakura. Everyone's left for her. The one who's mad at me and me. The not talking couple. Kyoko? Please talk to me! You still mad? Yeah, she's still mad. I figured.
That's fine.
Huh? Oh! That issue we discussed earlier doesn't matter anymore. And you forgive me for not being able to talk about it. You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? So if you knew this is what it was, then why were you mad at me? Why were you not talking to me? I can't stand girls like this, yo. I can't stand girls like this. Like, you know the issue. Don't be mad at me for it if you understand the case. Come on. A thing like that. I wouldn't
have expected such arrogance from
Arrogance? Arrogance? Drake? Okay. What? Honey?
Because
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me. It's... See, here we go again. Kyoko, stop trying to find reasons to be mad at me. I didn't do it because I couldn't trust you. I did it because I had to make sure it was concrete. That's why I had to talk to Sakura. Why would you think I don't trust you? Oh. That's how you feel I really can't change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's
I've already
fine.
forgotten about it. Besides, I may
And
have overreacted. Oh. Okay. Let me dial back. It's over and done with.
Anyway.
Like I said, let's just forget about it. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. You're not mad at me. Okay. That issue doesn't really matter. But I want to talk to you about something else. What issue you want to talk to me about? I
Indeed.
want you to come somewhere if you have business there. Just come with me and we'll find out. Yes.
Shall we go?
Where are we going? Kyoko, hurry to catch up to her. Where are we going? She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her. Eventually we arrived. Ah, the bathhouse. Alter ego? Dressing room. So there's something else you mentioned. Alter ego.
Indeed.
Yep, has to do with alter ego. But you said you didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say you didn't need him. I just said he'd done this job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us.
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently, has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Like what? Hello. It's just the two of you. Kyoko and Makoto. I almost said Kyoko. Jesus. Wrong name. Kyoko's fingers glide across the keyboard. Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us? Let's find out, shall we? Yeah, we got the question. What do you want to ask us? Yeah, so... I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network. Ooh, that's... Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work, I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Oh my god, Chihiro. Oh, Chihiro from the grave. Working with us. I don't know. Like, it just hurts a little bit. Knowing that Chihiro's working with us from the grave. Rip Chihiro. My dude, my homie. You just wanted to be stronger. You working with us from the grave, man. I respect you. Respect you, man. Respect. That's what Master would want, too. So hurry up everyone else. Solve the mystery of this school. The only way I can help you is if we connect into the school's network. But if you did that, basically suicide. Positive the Mastermind would find out about it, and he'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko? I realize how dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't understand why, but... When I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It's just too committed. Too admirable. Too fragile. Remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
Certainly.
I talked to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this. There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko, to be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the Mastermind really will notice it. But, let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But, he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. He says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
Now,
If you were in his place, could you sit by and do nothing in the situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Well, Kyoko knows me. From this whole entire situation, I've done nothing but try my best to stand up and be Superman and do what's right. Mr. Smart Brain. Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend. Are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't. I want to believe, you said it before me, I want to believe in myself. I want to be able to say, I know I can do this. So please, let me try. And besides,
Listen.
there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. Remember?
That's right.
There's another place besides here that has no surveillance cameras. I love that sentence, but it's perfectly fine. That's it. Secret room you told me about. I wish when I answered that question he would have just been like, I got it! That would have been a pretty funny design. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall. However,
However,
just because there's no camera, that doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure that the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us getting into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right. But
That's
despite
what we
all
have
that,
to do.
I still think we need to try.
correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. In that case, you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing. Right, so let me do it. Okay, then
It's
I'll leave it
true.
to you. Thank you. Then let's
So
get
then-
started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? Ah, it tickles. So you just can't talk right now. We're going to move to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent. Understood. The command has been implemented. Good. Have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden I didn't know how to react. In the secret room, there's a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. There might be a network cable in there. Assuming the
However-
mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
It's true.
Wait, let's head to the secret room. To the secret room! Just wish there were a lever. Oh, the lever, Makoto. You get that reference, you're a true OG. Pressing wrong buttons. There we go. Yeah, if you got that whole entire reference that I just made, you are a true OG, and I respect you big time.
Hey,
Okay. Are
why?
you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. Just where things go, and make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here. Okay, she's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I made her mad again somehow. Why
Just
are you
a
standing
second.
there like that? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going. And be
So
thorough.
then-
I'm counting on you. First you have to find a network cable. According to Kyoto, there's a bunch of cables in the drawer. Found it. This is the network cable, right? I'm using it to connect to Alter Ego. Immediately got to work. Pull out the laptop and connect to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it. Yeah, I think it worked. Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. Just please wait a little longer. Just hold tight and put your faith in me. Got it. Got it, man. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends. Friends? Even me? Thank you. Thank you, Makoto. How'd it go?
Makoto.
Well, it went okay. All the documents are gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings. I see.
Correct.
And there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Kyoko. Yes?
What?
So we're just gonna split up? Of course.
Why is that?
I know we can stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about soccer?
It's true.
Something has to be done, it's true. But the way
However-
things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the right mind to listen. Or should we? If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. we can hope for right now. Which is why alter ego.
Correct.
All we can do now is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. It's our only option. Parted ways and I headed back to my room. Kind of tired. Lay down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. Before long at all, I had completely dozed off. Yeah? Well, the sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Who is it and what do you want? Makoto, get out of here. Kyoko, what's going on? She just came to me. She was white as a ghost. Sounds like something's happened. Sakura did it, didn't she? She did it, didn't she? Suddenly found myself wide awake. I must have come to the rec room. The rec room? That's a very specific room. Kyoko, you know what's wrong. Something's not right. The rec room. It's inside. And I heard to look inside. When I did, Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head. What's going on? Did something happen to her? I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking her, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do? First of all, we need to get into that room. The door's locked, right? If we break in, we'll be violating school regulations. We can't force our way in. I just said the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. I mean, why?
It would
Seems like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Either way, the door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in. Smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Okay. I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. It was in silence. That silence didn't last long. Here. Found a broom in the classroom. Use it. I can handle this. You can handle this, right, Makoto? Come on, please hurry. You stand back. And the broom swung as hard as I could. And directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. Clang. The window shattered into 100 pieces, shattering across the rec room floor. I stuffed my hand behind the now open window, started jostling his chair against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just push out with all my strength, turn the knob. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could. When I laid my hand on her. All I felt was a cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Like I'd abandoned Sakura's body and then... No! Sakura got God?
A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time.
Oh! Not Sakura!
Danganronpa.
Huh?
Sakura. Sakura's dead. She's really dead.
No way. I stared steadily forward. When we were gone, at Sakura's dead body. Didn't make it in time. Happened again. Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. Wondering, was she confirming that the Sakura was dead, checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, he left the rec room now. Why did this have to happen? say. Repeated over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. Because there's no visible wound on Sakura's body, so it looks like lethal injection? Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. I don't know how long. I got everyone. Ogre? Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Yes.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they left, Kyoko began. You heard
Just
the
a
announcement
second.
just now, right? So we know what this means. Sakura was murdered by someone in his very room. Is that what you were going to say? No. Whoever killed her, not just someone in this room. It was one of you, Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What? You're accusing us before we even began the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it, I know it. You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand you my little murder flyer. That's right. I'm on it. Don't get mad, Miss Asakuna. You're gonna ruin that rude little face of yours. Now then, that hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and then...
In other
I
words,
killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. The whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to her most regrettable end without even getting a chance to finish things with me. I knew something about that regret. Ugh. Thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through our little fight. Even for someone like me, would have been no mean fear to take down a behemoth like that. I'll tell you, I got pretty worried. I mean, she violated the rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Bracken was this time, I owe you one. You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? Oh, despair.
what is this?
Them one?
I won't forgive you.
This whole thing. I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at somebody, be angry at whoever killed Sakura. Right now,
Anyway.
top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. And let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here. Sakura. Hina is guard number one. We need one more. Kyoko, that's you. Me?
What?
You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. Order? Yo! Byakuya! Who do you think you are? I'm getting legitimately angry right now. I'm getting legitimately angry. Fine,
That's
I'll stay
fine.
behind. And it's settled. Begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say, which is Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What? One of you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her. Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. It appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise? I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another sprung-up fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care? But then it's decided. Nothing's decided. I don't think
Calm down.
Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, you're gonna touch a filthy dead body. That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer, all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. Not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's just kind of a hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. I better check out the Monokuma file before anything else. Time of death estimated around 12 noon. Body discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seemed that at some point the victim suffered from a violent vomiting of blood. In the case, this time might be a challenge. Why's that? On the way into the rec room is the door we just came through. The door had been jammed shut with the door from right inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out until we broke the window, it was like zero escape, right?
In other
This is a
words,
classic locked room murder. I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? Right before our very eyes like this? Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind. When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. First type is locked room is created after. The first type is when the locked room is created after an actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits the crime, then through some special means seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving locking the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door and see if that's what it was, right? The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Basically, the killer uses a special contraption and tools from the outside to target the victim inside. Push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door or something like that. But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school. And the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. And I think we can probably cross that one off the list. The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that? They stay hidden when the door is opened. They use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possibly, maybe. And the fourth and final type, it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
in other words,
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see that a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. And you think we can cross that one off too? I believe so, yes. When it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. And there are 4 possibilities. For Kyoko, which of these 4 possible choices seems the most likely in this case?
it's
Good
true.
question. Answering that should be our primary focus during the trial. But right now I can't really say. Gotta kill yourself a locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. Definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. Sakura, if nothing else. What's this? Some kind of wrapper. You recognize it here?
Well,
I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got 2 bullets every she found out inside that could attack me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So we gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really liked it. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. Didn't like it that much. I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. Now they're all lost in the flavor. They're all lost their flavor. Polka dot candy wrapper. So, shards of glass scattered across the chair Sakura was sitting on. It's all red. And these are the top and the bottom sections of the glass. Must have been drinking a bottle. Something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It's in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Plugs in from the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? So we don't need multiple accounts. We already know who did it. Yakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. But let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. Wait, what? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, both Sakura and I left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. Asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she'd die right around me. Telling me the truth, I heard it from Sakura himself. I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry. She just wanted to talk to me. This is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this would never have happened. You know, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she had asked him earnestly to meet with her, and she asked him to come to the rec room at noon, the same time as the place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. You was special. What do you want? You're bothering me. Shut up. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. It's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Yakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice to accept the fact.
Come on.
You're all finished? Please remove yourself from their sight. Please. You.
However,
Sakura could have been killed. She's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
Kitten, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? It must have taken her by surprise, right?
certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected any chance to stand against her. The lock is open. Even sound. It's a handprint.
Why?
It's a handprint doing here. Like someone touched the inside of the locker. And left the handprint on the dust.
It's true.
It's quite fresh too. I think someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in there until the locker room was open. Don't you think? Hearing all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Think
Hey.
that. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? The lock was already open at that point. There's
Indeed.
no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Four red bottles lined up on the shelf. Inside each bottle was in some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how big are those figures inside the bottle? No
So,
different from your standard shipping bottle. You know where those bottles open and smaller than the gold placed inside. Never seen that? I have.
in other
So
words,
this is the Monokuma version of that. The Monokuma bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm starting to make sense of things little by little. Monokuma bottles are sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure lying on the ground. Red shards of glass. Bottom of the bottle. Which means Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma bottle are evidence of that. I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. So we've established the murder weapon. Cool. after seeing slumped forward in that chair. Bonnie's evidence of door didn't help. Maybe I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed him. Going to another clean house, she had also been with blood. And I could see traces of blood on her lips for sure. So what could have caused her to run with blood? One profile specifically said that she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Yeah, no, because here's the thing. She had to vomit blood from something else, because the bottle's right there, right where she lays. Your eyes are landing on the most interesting location. Interesting. Yeah, it's the most interesting, don't you agree? You know, I don't think I'd call it interesting. It just makes me wonder. Using soccer vomiting blood has to be connected to the way she died. Methods in there. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It's empty. Like I must have drank it, everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
Take that to heart if I were you. Still, this protein cap got a label that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab. That's
Just
strange.
a second.
What is? See
Hey.
what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. It must have been parts of the window I broke to the inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're scattered underneath it. How does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like that'll become an important clue later on. Maybe change the doors to a smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke them. I'm too suspicious about the door itself. Chair was shoved against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. Okay. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, I thought the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. The could must have created the door to lock open the inside, not from the outside.
Listen.
Finished with the general investigation? I think so, for the most part.
So
I should
then...
probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
So I decided we'll go in my place. Decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go and talk to the others. So I'll go in to meet with the other two people. I need to hear what they have to say. I'm leaving. Those two are probably going back to their rooms. Press the doorbell. Every 2 seconds.
Who's there?
Most negative aura I've ever felt. Aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Didn't even know how she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously not until they see me out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something, right? I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Yaki already told me she asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with the master too? I just said two, didn't I? Sounds totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much, so you can tell me about it. I admit, I did get the note. I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. So hopefully she didn't go see her, but I really believe her. And until I prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept this fact. Is that good enough? I'm going back to my room. With that, we retreated into her room. And there's Yasu.
You know?
Need something? Yes. Actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that? Well,
Could it
maybe
be-
goes into my soul. Any special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Look, Over told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Tokyo to come too. What? I didn't Sakura tell you that. Did she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, I know.
How
She
about
to me in
that?
person and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I'll be honest, it's super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogo was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? That's it. Around his pockets. Sorry, because I don't have
Come
it.
on.
With a smile on his face, he put his hand back out of his pockets. And when he did something, I saw something fall to the ground, and it falling out of Hiro's pockets. Huh? Ah! He was the wind, so it snatched it back up and shoved it back in his pocket. Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to
come
throw
on.
out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny Over asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, if you'll excuse me. Over the face, my hand quickly slipped back. He said that was trash, but maybe that's all there was to it. Toko and Hiro, and what next? I heard look at the actual crime scene. On top of that, maybe I can find out more about that code. Code scene came from the record. Maybe it's come from the chem lab. Alright, so let's head to the chem lab and see what we can find from there. Since that's where, again, that's where the protein came from in the first place. Oh, it just feels good to have 4-4. Oh, and Byakuya teleported to the chem lab, I see. What? You got your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you mean to say was, yes sir, I understand. Not to you. Not to you, Byakuya. It's, I got it. Forget you. It's, yeah, I got it. That's all you get. You don't get a yes sir from me, Mr. High Class. This isn't the first time seeing the shelf, I just can't get over how big it is. Probably gonna take a closer look at it. All this stuff on the ground. So the like these shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More importantly right now, what's that pad that's been spelled? Get all in front of the shelf. Be careful not to step in it. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. They're not even footprints. These are footprints. More than the front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We need to sketch out the foreground. By we, you mean me? How kind of you to offer. And it's like over smoke, you don't need a piece of paper in the front. Well, let's go, chop chop. Right after working before long, I drawn up a sketch of the room. Not bad for you, I mean.
I see.
When you look at this, look at it like this is interesting. It was good that whoever left these footprints only had to get on that little shelf. And they came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
Was it just pee? But are they
Certainly
yours?
possible.
No! Okay, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. If there is not so stuff, you're going to be after the site. See, you appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? Yo, forget you, Byakuya. Get off my back. With how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. prints belong to provide value to proof. On the shelf. All kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. Protein drink is found in the rec room and probably came from this shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled A, letter A and down there. I guess we should consider this part of the shelving in the section A. Wait, if that's the case, why is there a C9 chem over there? But wait, that's what I'm saying, there's a C9 chem over there. Someone put it here on accident? This shelf is... From what I can tell, it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. It's like poisons and other powerful chemicals. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a lethal injection. I think it was a lethal injection poison. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with letter C. I guess I can consider this part of section C. On the shelf is which kind of I have no idea what they are. They're regions, but simply they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It truly must be bliss. And you must truly be a douchebag. Isn't that kind of harsh? What? No, it's not harsh. Be out there just a douchebag. Shut up. What you think studying, shut up. What do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? That word for a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. But alright, Byakuya, screw you, and I hope you freaking fall in the ditch. Don't die in the ditch, just fall in the ditch, please. Just for the sake of everything, fall in the ditch, please. Anything. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shell. And the containers labeled B and a number. Let's consider this section B. Don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry about the shelf. Try to find out more about the shelving unit. It's split into 3 sections. A, dietary supplements. B, reagents. C, lethal chemicals. Chocolate must have gotten the protein powder out of A. What concerns me is that there was a bottle labeled in section C. There was a bottle of poison during in section C. They put the poison inside the protein thing. I got you. I know exactly. This is broken bottle. C4. Probably didn't explode. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Powder paint. Looks like it's the bottle belongs to the label C4. And here's something interesting. I'm on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point the room wasn't like this. And this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words,
could have only been done around the time of the incident. If that really is what happened, when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. A bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There are also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle is labeled Chem4. Also, it looks like there's someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the position of the prints, whoever it was only left on the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. I'm already taking a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Alright, back to the rec room. Probably the final investigation. Investigate there, and the class trial should probably begin, I think, afterwards, right? Yeah. Okay, I have returned. Intermission slightly over for a little bit. Alright. So, go ahead. Back to the record. Investigating the crap out of the chem lab. Back to the rec room we go to reinvestigate.
Hey,
How's the investigation going? Pretty solid.
I see.
It's not too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway,
There's no progress on their own. Saka's body, the shelves and magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things are broken with floors. You do well to look them over one more time.
Just a second.
I'm going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching the dead body. She was completely unemotional. The kind of thing I've grown progressively used to. Although there are still some times, I believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see the body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
Totally normal. And how can you? I
So,
imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Right? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, just here. The shoes.
correct.
See that yellow powder in them? Or instep. Totally stands out.
I see.
Powder is clean number one. That's the same yellow powder from
Hey.
the lab. Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
After even telling me that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would
It
seem...
appears she didn't suffer a single blow to the head. Instead, received 2 blows to the head.
Indeed.
Interesting when you say, and there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
That's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Can't believe she was actually able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Damn straight. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting in. Glass was red, and then bottle, glass, trigger. She's able to move through involved about them. The news was new.
Hey,
So they should figure it out. The hidden correlation between all the bottles. Like, I don't mention your shirt and pocket. The chess pieces? Can you just tell me what it is? I'm not inviting choice to, but give me my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. It's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. And to a degree. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottle that's bothering me. I can do an experiment to confirm it. That might help me, do you?
anyway,
You gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle. Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
Investigation, so it's fine. I have Marcus Biacchio's not here, so anything
So
I need
then.
to get anyway, I need to get something from the camera. So on the back, I grab up all the glass. I know this is out, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. So the room just made out of work and everything out there from glass. So as soon as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting. Is everything
So
ready?
then.
Let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other
I scale from
words,
the chem lab, the one you use to compare weights. Compare weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and the one the Monokuma bottle that's still intact. How are you going to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It makes sense when you're done. First,
listen,
let's compare the weight of the 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
in other
These
words,
Monokuma is about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside the bottle are basically the same, and nothing else really affect the weight.
so
Now
then,
here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. What do you expect to see? A normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces that collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all. There's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Until we try. pieces of here? Is that possible?
I knew it.
What?
In other
The
words-
correlation between the bottles, put it all together.
Hey.
We will arrive to one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all in you. I don't know, but I'm very curious. Kyoko said this magazine should have had improved some kind of clue. The magazine's upside down. Someone put it back on that way on accident?
Hey,
Someone catches a eye. It's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Pick up the inverted and flip through it. Toko! This is on one of the pages near the center of the magazine. What has been written in gold blood letters. It said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
It would appear you found it. Toko, this is
So,
indeed a dying message. Someone used to clean it away. A dying message.
however,
Well, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly where I found it. For the benefit of others when they come looking. Hey, that says Toko, right? It looks like it. And she's the killer, right? That hasn't been confirmed yet. No! But she said that Sakura's hands didn't have blood on them. So that wasn't a dying message, but a red herring. She's the killer for sure. It's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. Hina. Please, if you did something, just it seems too easy. If anything, it makes me more suspicious. Yeah, that's definitely, and I object because Sakura's hands didn't have blood on them.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't
Shut
stay
up.
awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I? Okay, then let's begin
Last
the
trial,
class
you all know where to
trial.
meet.
Please
Red
go
door on
through
the
the
first floor.
rest.
Nobody cares. I have to make something happen. Alright. Time for the investigation. Ultimate martial artist. Unlock new murder mystery.
what?
Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Oh, okay. Emoticons, emojis, whatever you want to call them. No matter how often something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
Like if you find a dead body. That's just me. Now about the
Well,
reverse. No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For
Yes,
example,
indeed.
if you have 100 friends, he's right, it does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Please stop. Oh god. I don't know. I don't get
Just the
you
what?
guys. You act so casual like I'm murdering someone.
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? What happened? Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt. None of us is guilty. Not the killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. Person's here, person's one of us. Let's get right into it. Oh, I didn't need that. Whoops. Time to put an end to this. They were always toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. Going through our still prison until the silence. And here we go again. Sinister descent. 6 of us now remain, and soon that would turn into 5. The ride was over, door opened once again. 6 of you, huh? Really? It must be so lonely. say that like it's not your fault we're all like this. I wonder, will the clash out end with one less classmate again? Or will somebody enter into the treatment?
Now
Are you
then.
waiting again? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. Oh, God. Open for the fourth time. Here we go. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, and deadly last try. Here we go. Alright, I don't need to set anything anymore. Maybe we should be fine. Let's rock and roll with it. Alright!
Let's begin with a if you can fit. The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Seems really sure that it was one of those three in the killer. Let me say, for someone that's trying to push the angle so hard, I think, I'm sorry, but I think it might have been Hina. She must have found a reason for believing that. I think it was Hina. I'm sorry, but I do think it was Hina. Okay.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive.
Well, what motive?
You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Some concrete reason why Hina suspects us.
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason?
Because you all had. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can. It was one of you killed.
And what reason?
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No, it's wrong.
Alright, next.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Can't disagree with you. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. Does that mean one of them did it? Well, the only other problem here is it'll reveal itself.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No, it's wrong.
Alright, next. Let's go.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it. I mean, what I meant was,
Bless you.
Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a
But he said
problem
he
with that?
didn't.
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Bless you.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message
Not
for
to mention,
yourself.
her hands were blood-free.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but we gotta mention too that Sakura's hands were blood-free.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dot when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
It was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
It was only after I
now I'm
found
gonna
the
have a hard time
magazine
trying to
when I
get the
pulled it
freaking
out.
point.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
Oh, because I already shot it. Whoops. Crap.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was.
And I can tell you
it was only after the I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying.
it was only after
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Come on.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
It was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your
I'm
problem?
still
What I
doing
said
this
makes
one
total
wrong.
sense.
Oh my goodness.
I can can tell you exactly what I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
Oh, the walkers.
And I can tell you when it was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly
When Ogre's body was discovered.
I keep forgetting I already shot. Oh, shoot.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you it was only after the investigation I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly
When Ogre's body was discovered.
There you go.
No.
What I've been trying to do.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first
That's what I'm
place?
saying, because she didn't have no blood on her.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Hangman's Gambit. No, bullet battle?
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Got him. Bottom.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
That easily?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Do you mind waiting? I asked a couple other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. Don't end it today. Don't end it.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now
The
doesn't
vomited blood
explain.
near the magazine shelf.
And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Toko herself.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed him.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but...
Yeah, because there's still the protein and the poison and whatnot. Not to mention there was 2 blows to the head.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind, and you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once. Shoot! I didn't want to, but I did it.
Oh, it's part of Kyogo's
I
exam.
grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from, and you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
Got it.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles
Wait,
themselves.
how many pieces are in chess? The pawn, the king, the bishop. Hold on. I gotta remember every single piece now. Because I think if it was 2 bottles, if it was 2 wounds, wouldn't... I think that's the correlation. I think I was right. It's the chess pieces. I do think so. Because I think... Yeah, because chess has 6 pieces. The queen, the bishop, the pawn, the rook, the knight, and the king. So, there was supposed to be 6 bottles. There was the one figure that was still on the floor, which is the one hero had to have used, which means there was still one more. There's the correlation, so I was right. Alright, so I do pay a little bit more attention than I thought. The brain's not full mush yet.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken
One disappeared bottle.
But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
I know this one.
Now I understand. That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop,
Yo, I
and
got
pawn.
big brain. This game's teaching me to have big brain.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
It was excited.
Shoot! I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because the glass weighed more than the normal thing. Oh.
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Some bowling aficionado.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of
Yo,
guy
Yasu's
I
too
am.
good, yo. Yasu's too good. He's cool. I think he's gonna make it to the end of this.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine.
Ooh, Yasu.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out, or so I was waiting there. And that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think
Oh,
they've
God,
gone.
you gotta shut it.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
The locker.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Bullet time battles. Another one? Probably been pressing triangle during your final strike without a second thought. You're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. You have to choose the proper truth bullet during your coup de grace? What? Here we are halfway through the game now. 2 truth bullet battles in one freaking case.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! That's enough!
This should prove it. Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up.
I mean, just like you did.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably
What? I'm sorry. What? She's like, there's no way. But I probably did kill him. I'm sorry. That shouldn't be that funny, but it is.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't even go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yeah, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after you left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back, upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazine. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her. Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss LaRose and me don't actually share our memories. so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote. What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling. I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf! I was just sleeping, and all of a sudden, I remember waking up.
You were taken by surprise. So you smashed her.
You got it!
And where did the attack?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, because she died on that couch.
No, that's wrong.
Chair, whatever you want to say. Nope. Dang.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Because I was in the locker. It was me.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room,
Let me
Hina
not
and
do
I
that.
both got
let me
inside.
not.
And at that point, The locker was already open, so obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was
Alright,
she?
so that just leaves either Hina or Byakuya.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How did you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Alright, let's see.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill, what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Shit! What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
No, it's wrong.
I object.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poison?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! That she was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Yes.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where did you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C,
I said
a
reagents.
variety of lethal
Reagents.
chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean this.
Huh? Master!
Jeez.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein? Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Got it.
Now I understand.
I can solve these Hangman's Gambits a lot more easily now, too.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Bless you.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Hina.
The footprints. They're mine.
Is this just admittance day right now?
Hina?
Yeah, I figured it had to be Hina.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Tell him to take off your shoes. He said, take off your shoes, run them.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it?
No, actually, I do believe it, because she was very inclined on suspects from the very gate. And usually we don't really bias suspects until, like, at least until, like, sometime within the actual trial. But she was already dead set on 3 other suspects. Yikes.
Well, it's just... the 2 of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
So that way she can get out herself.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she drowned it all at once. And then...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
Actually, wait a minute. Because Byakuya is the only other person we haven't suspected yet. Not to mention, Byakuya did kind of want Sakura gone. Toko and Yasuhiro really didn't care. So who's to say that maybe Byakuya was the one who actually switched it?
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still
Kyoko,
not
break it down.
convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come?
Hina,
That doesn't matter.
explain it.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder. And that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if she went from Section C to Section A, wouldn't there be more footprints around Section B? Ooh.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Ooh. I don't know, man. I don't know.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Chem lab, where are the footprints? In what direction will it face out?
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
No, that's wrong.
Got him! Yes!
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Let's notice I didn't notice enough the footprints.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on?
Oh, Byakuya, you just got caught! Oh! It's Byakuya! Oh, you gutsy little guy! Ooh!
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
Oh, is it time? Are we about to catch him?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue.
Yo! If this is true! Yo, Danganronpa, please, make me happy right now!
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this. It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it? Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
I'm coming. Alright, quick intermission. I'll be back soon. Wrap up this case.
Filling the world with music, entertainment, games, art, and technology. We are Full Sail University. We take dreams seriously.
I have something to show you so that you can save money.
I saw on a YouTube video, they use this like extension called Honey.
And you can put it in to your browser. Add extension. Here it is. It automatically searches for all the best coupons on the internet.
Hey, there's Coney right there. Boom, there you go. There's your coupon.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is fun.
There's a lot to love about Honey. Over 100,000 5-star reviews say so. Add the button to your browser to unlock deals and start saving. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com.
Yo, I returned again. Alright, let's wrap up this case. I think get Byakuya a little shook over there. I see you.
Shoot! What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
where was it the bottle of poison should have been? When I broke from it. Oh, it should have still been in the shelf.
the bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
By Byakuya himself.
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
That's why the bottle was... Of course.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here. Huh? It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Make the argument.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Did Byakuya just stutter?
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt until it absolutely wasn't.
So you're someone planted?
No. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before.
You are wrong, sir.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
Got him now!
It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear. hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
Shit! Actually, wait. What if it was Sakura herself? Yeah.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that? You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Over's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Oh, this is why?
Here's my
Oh.
answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up.
Yeah, you got lucky. You got lucky. You get to live another day.
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door, because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room, while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Yo, what? That's new. Oh, whoops. Sorry, not random screen. Oh, snap.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence. The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence. And yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
So I think most of these events should be pretty well constructed.
The killer is you!
Let's see if everything's right. You have to do one shot this time?
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Boom.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
But didn't really succeed.
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
Nice! Did it in one shot!
That's the full truth
Ooh.
of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't
Because,
discern?
Byakuya, you need to learn to stop putting down people lower than you. You may be rich, but that doesn't mean you're the smartest, my guy.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Wonder if this case might have made him have to change a heart of some kind. Maybe. Maybe not. Who really knows? Nice.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy.
I mean, what's the point of voting? They're already dead.
Me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Sakura's her own blackened.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. When you killed Sakura with Sakura herself. Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
I see. There's still one thing I don't understand. Hina,
Come on.
Why'd you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us. And yet,
What are you thinking?
why did you do that?
Don't
Yeah, we
be
almost
mean.
died there. Because
What is this?
it's exactly what I wanted. And the reason Sakura died is all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to
I
die.
couldn't let her be the only one that died. You know,
What?
you were gonna take us all with you? She went for the kamikaze approach and tried to take everyone with her? Hina, are you nuts? We have to atone for our sins, but because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. Serious thats. You still don't understand?
this?
Let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Her brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's found on the ground in front of the rec room. Sakura's suicide note. Looking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this, it's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't
because his friend
forgive
got hurt.
this.
Sakura, because of me. Friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. But she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. She has to meet with them. Has to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them. Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. They all gang up on you at once, even you.
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends.
Friends.
Sakura. She really believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood she was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
You trampled all over her feelings and then you did the unthinkable. That was just a misunderstanding. Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. You have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you pushed her. Hina.
Hina.
Okay. Wait right here, I'll help you out. Hina.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I
have a favor to
have a
ask.
favor to her.
Favor?
Some
Protein. Could I ask you too? You got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. The last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. Saw that someone had taken from the poison shop, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura. Please open the door. Why? Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet, you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her. People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You used your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out, and in the end I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this. Sorry to interrupt right when you were about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died? What you say?
This?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion of what her suicide note meant. Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me... Well, what I'm really trying to say is... Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it really was like this? What's that?
Heck?
Is it obvious?
Of course.
Suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already... Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me. Monokuma, I don't like you. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room. Then, you lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. I can't help it if you told me to not get scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy, I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene cut.
And?
Okay, then, what is she writing her real suicide note? I'm glad
What are you gonna do?
I shall be using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrative voice. You know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But
Isn't it just so
hold on.
unfortunate killing yourself is just so final, you know? You never get the rest of her story. She was lost in darkness. You need the realism. Did you get on with it, please? Okay, Jude, talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan had changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying to desperately stay alive. I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
Yeah. I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder. Her own murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life. Holy cow, and Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us. She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us. She didn't end her life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that. It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plan, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
Sakura. I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. Thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
All her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but she almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death almost had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together. Ain't straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred. I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy, it never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else. The heck?
What do you
It's not how it's supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. I seriously hope that you just catch it. There is no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Why? I'm bowing out of the game. What? Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game. There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to. The fight to keep the harshest possible. Yeah. And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism. That's what you're thinking. Whatever master goes, I go. And if the master man turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone. Well. Now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. Well, nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time. Fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's punishment time. Sakura turned into the killer, right? And she's dead. And you're not gonna... Is it me? Oh heavens, no, just because the black in the head doesn't mean I can't. I can just sub in whatever else soon I want. And I tell you, I'm very particular about their time to rule.
Listen up!
If I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, I'd be ashamed to let it go to waste. It's my special punishment. A special guest. Special guest?
Let's give it everything!
Wait, special guest? What are you talking? No! Alter ego. Excavator Destroyer. Tarigo. No. It's like I just lost Chihiro twice. You suck. Turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. That really took it out of me. Made him a little girl but played a chicken. After all, they say for post-work grub chicken's where it's at. I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. I realize how dangerous it could be. Still, I have to do this. Very good. I can handle it. When I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just simply a human AI, but it's true. So it's okay. For the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul. My disbelief gave way to raw anger. And returned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. Bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing, shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him! Huh?
What's the matter?
You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend, and you killed him! Is that what you call animism? where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops. Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was just trying to find things out all sneaky. So you finally noticed him. Finally?
Actually-
No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start. What?
What are
You
you
knew and
thinking?
you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge? Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward. In honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Ugh. Hold on, we're going on a brief off-stream intermission.